Dance for me, dance for me. Mamacita, dance for me, yeah, yeah. Hypnotize when you roll for me. Take time, control body, yeah, yeah. Turn up the volume, make amplifier. Center of attention, don't they analyze? Give me fever from my body, I won't catch fire.
Today I'm going to do a video talking about confidence. I have been getting a lot of requests and messages asking me to do a video talking about confidence, how to get confidence, what makes you confident, what to do to just get more confident in a lot of things, especially in work, school, career, all that stuff like that. I did a little rundown, wrote it down here of kind of like the ideas that I had, so I want to share with you guys. And it's more of kind of tapping into yourself and kind of asking yourself like who am I and stuff like that, but I'll get all into that. All right, so confidence. I believe a lot of confidence within a person comes a lot from upbringing. Personally, just talking about myself, I feel like my upbringing, like the way my mom and dad raised me, really helped shape my confidence. And I feel like that's the same thing for a lot of people, whether you got a really good upbringing or you didn't, got a lot of positive reinforcement or encouragement, you know, stuff like that. But I feel like that's probably like 80% of your confidence. With confidence, I feel like it has to come from inside. And that's why I say it comes a lot from upbringing and kind of like the words and encouragement that, you know, you get from like your family, especially like your parents and stuff like that. Radius from within, and then it's shown on the outside based on how we think, what we do, what we talk about, how we talk and stuff like that, how we carry ourselves. So with that coming from the inside, confidence isn't anything to do with, you know, the material things that you have, the house that you live in, the car that you drive, how much money you have, anything that you possess that's physical, followers, popularity, all that stuff. That does not give you confidence. And if it does give someone a boost of confidence, it's kind of like almost like a false confidence, because once those things are taken away, or they're lost, or they die, or they, you know, just whatever, it's kind of like, so you can't keep yourself up, or you can't feel good about yourself because you don't have those things. So that's why I say that your confidence has to come from within, and it radiates from within. Coming from within, you kind of have to ask yourself, who am I? Because you have to have a sense of who you are, where you come from, like what you like, what you don't like, to understand yourself and to be happy with yourself, content with yourself, and to just accept yourself as who you are. With this, I always like an exercise kind of to help with yourself, and I'll do it to myself, is like ask like, who am I? So who am I? So what do I like? What don't I like? What do I believe in? What don't I believe in? Who are my family? Who are my friends? I am a nice person. I'm a generous person. I am a positive person. I use my career knowledge to help people that are sick from my career, but my knowledge and what I have, my skill set, I use to help people maintain their healthy life, maybe to make better their unhealthy life, manage their diseases and their illnesses, sicknesses, all that stuff. And I have a platform, and I make videos to entertain people, talk to people, motivate people, inspire people, help people, just give a positive energy out to the world, and just use all my knowledge and all my experiences to pass it on to someone else that may need it. Who do I like? So I like positivity. I like beautiful things. I like nature. I like being outside. I love the sun. I love looking at beautiful places. I love having people around me that make me happy, that motivate me, inspire me, keep me entertained. I like to go on adventures. I like spontaneity. I like change. I like challenges. I like exploring new things. What do I believe in? So I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in the Holy Spirit. I believe God has a vision for me. He has a destiny for me. That there's a calling for me that he's created, that I'm living my life in that path. I may not know all the aspects of what God wants me to do on this earth, but at least I know that I'm trying to understand it, and I'm trying to continue in that pathway of using all my talents, all my skills, all my knowledge that God has given me to help people, to continue in that journey, continuing to try to find my purpose, and to continue to bring positivity to the world in any way that I can. I believe that I have a purpose, like a very, very, very good purpose in this world for something. As I said, I may not know exactly what it is, or, you know, how to define or how to tell someone or what to think about it, but I know that there's something I'm supposed to do before I leave this world. Who are my family and friends? I have my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, and then my sister has a son, Jidenna. I'm married, my husband, Chris. Those are my pillars in my life. Those are my core. Like, if I don't have anything else, if I lose every single thing I have in this world, I know that I have them. Mom, Dad, Inky, Junior, and Chris. And literally, those are the main things in my life that make me so happy. So happy. And then friends. I have a lot of friends, close friends, not so close friends, but very still friendly with them. Friends I met in high school, college, work, friends that live close to me, friends that live far away, friends that I've met only once and we continue to be friends, friends that I haven't come with other friends, friends that I've met through other people. But for me, I know I have at least one best friend, and that my best friend is Erica, you guys know. But if I go to sleep, have a good sleep, wake up, live my life, and be happy, I know that at least I have her as my best friend. I have a lot of other friends, you know, that I call my friends, but at least I know I have her. That helps me define who I am. And then where I come from. I live in the US. I live in Ohio. I live in North America. I live on this hemisphere of the world, on the earth, but I am African, West African, Nigerian, Igbo, from Anambra State, Idemili, Ojoto. Like, that is like my root, my core, my blood. And that keeps me, like, I feel like grounded in, you know, I know where I I know where I come from. If I lose my house here in the US, if I have nowhere to live, if the United States perishes in any way, I have a place that I call my home. I have a place that I have, like, my ancestors, all the people that came before me, all they did, all they worked for, all the children they had to have more children, to get me to here, and how they raised their children to get me to be the person that I am. Those are the people that shaped who I am. So that's what I went through to define, like, who I am. Like, who am I? Where did I come from? If I have, as I said, if I have nothing else, if nothing else to surround me, like, what literally makes up my whole body? Coming from, you know, where I come from, I feel like culture helps shape confidence, because from your culture you have your morals, your beliefs, your values, and kind of like a sense of, you know, like, literally like who I am. So I feel like my Nigerian culture very much shapes my confidence. Just as I said before, like, knowing, like, my ancestors, my family lineage, all that stuff like that, you know, really makes me feel like, you know, I'm rooted in something. And like, all people that came before me in my line of lineage did what they did so that the people that come after them, you know, will be great. in any way that they can be, but at least they did the work to make sure that people that come after them, you know, will be something. So with culture, and I said this many times in other videos before, is mentality. Something about the African mentality, the Nigerian mentality, and speaking for myself, I'm Nigerian, I don't know any other thing but being Nigerian, is like that mentality. And the mentality is something that you can talk about forever, but if you don't if you can't even wrap your head around it, or won't understand, you won't understand the mentality that I'm talking about. And I feel like that mentality goes back to my upbringing, it goes back to my culture, that shapes with the way my mind is. So with my mentality, I feel like that is honestly the thing that holds me together in good times, in bad times, easy times, hard times, ups and downs, when times are good, when times are challenging, when I have problems to face. But I feel like that mentality like really holds me together. And I feel like with that Nigerian mentality, it's kind of like no one, like if I'm saying I'm gonna go do this, or if I say if I want this, or if I say I'm gonna go over here, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John can say, oh yeah, if you can't do this, or you can't go there. But you can say that and you can do that, but I know that I will get there and I will do that. I feel like, I don't know, it's just, as I said, it's hard to explain, but just like nothing can stop, the only person that can stop me is myself. If there's something that I want to do, if something I want to do, something I want to achieve, something I want to get, like nothing can stop me but me, you know? Whether it's in school, whether it's in your career, whether it's in regular life, I feel like if there's like, I don't feel like there's someone like I don't feel like that, I don't feel like anyone has an advantage over me in anything. I feel like that's part of like the mentality I'm trying to explain, but I feel like no one has an advantage over me. You know, if somebody has some information, if a bunch of people want to get to this one goal, and maybe some person has more information than me, you know, to get there, then, you know, it's only me that has to figure out what else do I need to know to get to that. You know, literally knowing it's stopping me from gaining whatever knowledge I needed to get to my end goal. So I feel like with the mentality, it's like you have to feel like, as I said before, no one can stop you but you. And to truly believe that, whether a person is, you know, Asian, whether they're white, whether they're prettier than you or taller than you or faster than you, but everyone around you can be like that, but literally it's you that defines where you're going and how you get there and if you get it there. So on and on about mentality and stuff like that, but you just have to be in the mindset that, like, as I said, like no one can tell you otherwise. And there's a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt that says, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Okay, so with myself, who are you? How do you define yourself? A part of your confidence is accepting your life as it is. We all know we are all a work in progress. Whether someone is a millionaire, whether someone has nothing, whether someone has a degree and looking for a job, we are all a work in progress. With that, you shouldn't, I always tell people, like, don't envy other people's life. You know, you might be in your life and you might think, oh, you know, my life is this, my life is that, nothing's working for me, look at this person, they have this, they have that, you know. But it's just like, every single person has struggles. They may not be the same struggles as you, but they have struggles. And you may think that your struggles are the worst struggles and you rather have their struggles, but you don't even know what their struggles are to say, I'd rather trade my struggles for their struggles. Because you can look at someone, and if something gave you the power to say, I will trade my struggles for their struggles, you may not even be able to live through somebody else's struggles, you know. And I always think that to myself, like, people like look at me and my sister and are like, oh, you guys are, you know, you guys have this perfect life and this and that and all these things go well for you, da, 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 da. But that's not, sometimes when, you know, life happens and people think that like, oh, nothing bad happens to me and all stuff like that. Like if you really think that my life is so great and, you know, I don't have any struggles, trade your struggles for my struggles. And I'll ask you, could you even live through my struggles that I have? You know, so I feel like we need to accept our life as it is and accept that every single person has struggles. Every single person goes through something bad. You know, even people that have all the money and all the possessions and stuff like that, they still have some type of struggle in their life, you know. So remember that. Just because I have struggles, just because you have struggles doesn't mean that the next person doesn't. And I have to ask yourself, so then I would say ask yourself, who motivates you, who inspires you, why do they motivate you, and why do they inspire you? And you can have, and as for example for myself, I have a lot of people that I like that motivate me, inspire me, but I always like to pick apart exactly like what aspect of them motivates me and inspires me. Maybe like as a whole, that person is like maybe not like the best role model for whatever, but maybe an aspect of them motivates me, inspires me. So you can use that with your whole catalog of people that, you know, you look to and inspire, and like pull from every single person, you know, some aspect of them that really motivates you, inspires you to kind of, you know, strengthen, you know, your purpose, strengthen, you know, your energy to, you know, continue and to go in the direction of where you want to go in life. With the trying to find yourself, you know, so say if you stood up in front of the whole world and the whole world asked you, who are you? Would you be able to stand up there and explain to people, you know, who you are without naming, you know, any degrees that you have, or without naming all the things that you possess, all the material things you possess, or anything like that, you know, or anything that you've accomplished? Are you able to just tell people, you know, tell the world like who you are? If you had that chance to do that, like what would you say? Right, so with having confidence, you know, you have to have a positive mindset and a positive being. And then you kind of have, and then so then you ask yourself, are you truly a good person? Do you mean well for people? Do you have empathy for people? Do you feel other people's pain? Because I feel like that kind of shapes what you would ask yourself, like, what do I like, what don't I like, you know, what kind of person am I? All the things that we put out into the world comes back at us. We've all heard that before, but if you're really, you know, living your life as a good person, always try to be a good person. No one said you have to be perfect, but always mean well for people. You know, as I said, empathize with people, you know, feel other people's pain. Helps define, you know, help you define like the kind of person that you are. As I said before, you don't necessarily have to have life figured out. You may not exactly know what your purpose is, but it's good to reflect and ask yourself, you know, where am I going? What do I want to do? What do I want to accomplish? And I feel like knowing your potential, knowing what you can be, knowing what you can achieve, knowing what you can do, knowing your power you have in this world helps build that confidence in yourself and helps you, you know, continue on that journey. The journey of life isn't easy, but can help you continue on that journey into your destiny, into your purpose, into truly living the life that you're supposed to live. And I feel like that's one of the fundamentals of confidence, you know, is that journey, like being on that journey, learning from the journey, and continuing on that journey of, you know, your purpose, where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to do in this life before you leave. So with confidence, another aspect is just being realistic. Being realistic with yourself, being realistic of the world around you, being realistic of, you know, I feel like life's expectations and like what you believe God expects from you, you know, what you think that he will, what he sees in you, and what that you can, like what you can achieve. So being realistic. So going back to the idea of like, you know, social media and what people look at and what people put out there and stuff, that, and I feel like we've all, like at this point in time, 2019, we all know that, you know, everyone posts and talks about and shows like, you know, all the highs and the good things in life, just a snapshot of it, but it's not defines their life, or isn't, you know, it's how their life is or someone's life is every single day. But knowing that won't, just having that mentality and knowing that when you're on social media, when you're looking at it, it won't make you feel less confident or less than, or feel like, you know, you're not doing your life right, or you're not where you're supposed to be. You know, just take social media just as it is. Be realistic. It's just a picture or a snapshot of a good time, a good moment in life. Always, you know, happy and great, but, you know, I just know that this person is sharing just an aspect of their life that's positive. I'm not going to take it as life is supposed to be like this every single day, 24/7 and stuff like that. So be realistic. And then also be realistic with yourself. You know, like if you know that you may have a weakness in something, you know, how do you live your life with that? Or how do you go about strengthening your weakness, or working through your weakness, or turning around and, you know, adding another strength to your life? Just be realistic on how you see the world, how you see yourself, how you interpret it, how you live your life. Be rational, you know, and process things that are coming at you with a realistic mindset. Going back to what radiates from within, God, what you believe in, and as I said, His purpose for you. And I feel like I've explained that enough, but just in general, like a general statement, I feel like your beliefs, having a belief in something and having God as like the center of your mindset and, you know, your actions, and you know, trying to find your purpose in life really helps with, you know, having confidence in yourself, and a really great guide, you know, really great guide in your life. So confidence is not only saying like, I'm a positive person, I believe in myself, I'm happy, but it's also knowing how you can handle yourself or handle situations when there's adversity, things go bad, life is challenging, like when you're trying to solve problems, when you're trying to help others. This goes back to, you know, defining yourself. You know, how do you handle yourself when life isn't the best? And I feel like for me, a lot of times when I've come through crossroads where, you know, I faced challenges, I had to help others, I had to face adversity, you know, how I handled myself, how I took care of the situation gives me a lot of confidence in knowing that, okay, I got through this, so if anything else comes up in life, I know I'm able to get through it. Or not being afraid of bad things that are coming, that may come, obstacles, challenges, because when those things come up, your mindset is already, I can get through this, or let me keep my mind focused so I can know what to do to get through things. And I feel like that's a very key aspect in being confident in yourself, especially for those that say they want, oh, I want to start a blog, or I want to start a business, or I want to start this, and like that fear of, oh, but what if someone says this, or what if people think that, or what if it fails, you know, that mindset, like, it's not a confident mindset. A confident mindset is saying that, like, okay, I've dealt with this in my life, I've done this, or I know how to gain the knowledge to get me through this. So if I want to start this, let me just do it. You know, I know I'll meet challenges along the way. Everybody meets challenges with every project they want to do, but I know that I can get my mind together and get through it, learn from it. I know some people that can help me get through a challenge. So knowing yourself, you know, learning how to battle challenges is a very good key aspect of being a confident person. All right, so appearance and taking care of yourself and pampering yourself also makes you feel confident. Exercise, eating healthy, obvious confidence booster. When you're working out, not only are you being healthy, you know you're doing something good for your body, but working out gives you really good positive energy and releases positive chemicals in your brain to make you feel like, okay, like let me continue to do this and do that and eat healthy and take care of my body and feel good and continue to do practices that make me a good, well-rounded, healthy person. Healthy, eating good food, clean food makes your brain and your mind less foggy. When you eat like junk food and bad food, you know, you're sluggish, you have low energy, your mind is foggy, you can't concentrate. But when you always are eating good food, your mind is clear, you can think properly, you just feel lighter, you know, not only physically but just mentally. And then pampering yourself. Pampering yourself is a great confidence booster. I feel like for me, my favorite pamper thing is getting a massage. It's the best hour and a half time to be completely silent, still, not on your phone, not on my laptop, not talking to anybody, just be within myself, be within my thoughts, think about things, be peaceful. And then I have someone giving me a massage, just releasing all the tension in my body. Like, oh, I feel like that's the best type of pampering someone can do for themselves. Getting your nails done, getting your hair done, also a very good pamper session. Help you feel good about yourself. But as I said, for me, the main pampering is a massage. So I always love to get a massage. I actually have a massage membership with Massage Envy. So they're like a national spa chain around the US, and I pay a monthly membership and I get a massage every month with my membership, and then they have a lot of other different services. And then the last aspect of, I feel like, confidence is your environment, where you live. What do you surround yourself with? So first and foremost, your home, where you're living. Is it clean? Is it organized? Is it messy? You know, is it cluttered? Woo! I can say for myself, I feel like a lot of people can say this too, but when your apartment is like, or your house is organized and clean, you can think better, you have less anxiety, you know, you can get more things done, you have more creative juices flowing, you just have a better outlook on everything. So always try to, and I always try to tell myself this, always try to make sure that my space is organized and clutter free. I always try to be better at that, because I can be very good at cleaning things up, and then when I get so busy, and I feel like a lot of other people can get like this too, but when you get busy, then things get messy and things aren't organized, and then you kind of lose track of everything, and then you're like, okay, I can't even function, I can't even do anything, and I'm just like, oh, why can't I focus? And I'm like, oh, because my place is a mess. And then and then once you clean up, like, you just feel like everything is just at peace, at balance, perfect. So always try to like make sure that your creative environment and your living environment is always as clean as you can get it, as organized as you can get it. I've been hearing people talk about this Netflix series. I think it's the person's like Kondo or Marie Kondo or something like that. But I think there's a series on organization and stuff, and everyone watched that. It's hard doing videos on declutter and cleaning up. So I think I need to watch that so I can like declutter and make my space even more clutter free and stuff. So I'm gonna watch that. But if anyone knows what I'm trying to talk about, please let me know so I can find it on Netflix, so I can know what to search and stuff like that. But and if anyone's watched it, like, did you like it? Do you recommend it? Like, how has it changed you and stuff? I really, after I'm done filming and editing and processing orders today, I feel like I'm just gonna sit down and just watch that series on Netflix, because I'm just like, everyone is getting changed. Like, that's really hitting people. So I'm excited. Your to-do list, you know, everyone has a to-do list. Everyone has daily tasks they need to accomplish. I always like to put the hardest things at the top of the list, so that once I finish them, that gives me a very great boost of confidence. Okay, well, I did the hard stuff, so now these are stuff I can get through them. I'll be done with my list by 5 o'clock, and then I can have the whole evening to myself, you know. So with your to-do list, be organized. And as I said, put the harder things first. And I always, like literally, I make a to-do list a new to-do list every single day. And I love to-do lists because it helps me keep track of what I want to accomplish in the day, because there's a lot of factors that can distract you, you know, like stuff with business, being on your phone, watching TV, stuff like that can distract you and make you lose time. But with a to-do list, it helps me keep on track. And I have a new to-do list every single day. And in my planner, this is where I keep all my stuff I need to do. Every day has a new to-do list and stuff like that. And I'll leave my planner info down below. I've talked about it many times in other videos on me using a planner, why I love my planner and stuff like that. So I'll leave my planner info down below. And then last but not least is having a positive mindset. And anytime you have a negative thought, challenge your negative thoughts. So if you wake up and say like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, and why am I like this, like challenge it. Okay, so why are you like that? Why is this going bad for you? And then ask yourself like, what brought me to this place, you know? And how can I get myself out of this place, you know? So anytime you have a negative thought, challenge your negative thoughts, you know? Ask yourself. You say, when you wake up in the morning, like, oh, I'm so stupid. And you're like, so why are you stupid? You know? Well, I'm stupid because this, and this. And it's like, oh, so what made you get there? I'm like, oh, because I didn't do this and didn't do that. And I just had to, you know, so you kind of have to challenge yourself and ask yourself, like, as if, you know, a stranger came up to you and being like, so why are you like that? Why did this happen for you? Why can't you do this? You know, so, but turn it around and, you know, use it to motivate yourself and help yourself see yourself in a different way. And also, as I said before, challenge yourself, you know, if I'm like this, why are you like this? You know, how can we be better? So I feel like all these aspects that I talked about help, for me personally, define my confidence and to help define who I am, you know, where I'm going in life, where I want to go, what do I want to achieve. And and all these things that I've said before, they come from within, you know, they are like the aspect of who I am, like who Iffy is. And those things, as I said, and I didn't mention anything of like having a house to live in, you know, having a car and having money and stuff like that and having followers, but it's like, who am I? What do I do in this world? What, with my being, my God-given talents, what God has blessed me with, how do I use that to further myself in this world? How do I use that to help other people, inspire other people, you know, be a good person, empathize with people, and you know, the people that are around me, my core family and friends, you know, just their beings help me with, you know, who I am inside and help me feel happiness inside. And as I said before, my family, you know, gives me, my family keeps me content, you know. As I said before, if I don't have anything else, if I lose everything, if everything's taken away from me, just knowing that I have like my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, and my husband, like that is all I need, you know what I mean? If I'm just stuck in a room with them, if I'm just stuck in a room with those people, it's just in a square room or a square white room with nothing else, those people, I'm good. Like, we can have a very, very good time. We'll have a laughing good time, you know, all that stuff like that. So I feel like the core of everything, the main thing I want to say is just, with confidence, is just accepting yourself, accepting your life as it is, know that you're getting somewhere, and knowing that no one can stop you but yourself, and accepting all the challenges and all the issues and problems you have in your life as it is. You know, this is me, this is how my life is. Everyone has their own problems, but this is my problems, and I'm going to work through them. I'm going to use them as stepping stones to get to where I want to get to in life, you know. So just love yourself, pray, keep God in the center, and just knowing that He's put you on this earth for a purpose, and we're all trying to just live our purpose. So I hope that this video was informative. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope there was something to think about. I hope it helps anybody in any way gain confidence. But as I said, from this, no one can define you but yourself. You know, no one knows you but you. You know what you like, you know what you don't like. You know who you are, you know what you stand for, you know what you believe in. So use that as, you know, like an inside pillar in your heart of, you know, who you are and your confidence, and, you know, just being happy with life, being content with life. I can go on and on about this forever because there's so many other things that, you know, someone can talk about that helps them, you know, helps define like who the core they are. But there's just like the top things I could think of that I wrote down. So as I said, hope you guys like this video. Comment down below maybe some aspect of your life or what gives you confidence and stuff like that. And other than that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Far away, don't be far away. Holding like a hula hoop, I go FIFA today. Paralyze me from my body, possibly a mortgage. Pull up to the side, I had something to say.